killed.
Tonight, 10 children are without the woman who cared for them most after her life was cut short. And Fox 5 News at 5 begins tonight with Denise Dillon, live in DeKalb County. Denise?
Yeah, the woman was shot and killed right outside this restaurant. It's called the Brick House. It's in East Atlanta. You can see where the glass was shattered by bullets. Now, the woman who runs this place says it was her cousin who was shot and killed while she was trying to make peace between two women.
Everybody know her. She was good people.
Friends say Charlize Brooks, who everyone called Beasley, was always ready to help. They say that's what this young mother of 10 was doing the night she was killed outside this restaurant in East Atlanta. They say she was trying to break up an argument between two women when one of them pulled out a gun.
We always running. When I came back, I seen Beasley. She was on the ground. So I immediately started CPR on her.
Brooks was hit multiple times and died here on the sidewalk. The shooter took off, but Atlanta police say this woman, Terry Williams, turned herself in Wednesday.
That person will be charged with the murder of our victim last night.
Williams is in jail, but that doesn't lessen the pain of losing Beasley. Friends say the 34-year-old was a business owner, and she loved to rap. Her stage name was Miss Atlanta.
Excuse me, but let me introduce myself.
But they say her children came first, all 10 of them. She had 4 biological children, and she had custody of 6 others. The oldest is in his first year of college. The youngest is just 4 years old.
This is a tragedy. It's senseless. This is senseless.
Now, a cousin told me that 2 of Ms. Brooks' children were out here on the sidewalk when those deadly shots were fired. The rest of the children are all being cared for by family members tonight. Live in East Atlanta, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
Such a terrible loss.
Got the microwave and the nice clothes. Got a real fat ass and some pretty toes. From the projects, and it's obvious. But the inside of a spot is so marvelous. She Miss Atlanta, 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 Miss Atlanta. Is a name, and she work at Double Flame. She love gangster rappers and her favorite Gucci Mane. I love to see her.
Hey, what's up, man? This your boy Cain, man. Checking in. Live out here in Riverdale, Clay County, Riverdale Road. We out here in Brookside, in front of the C building. Been out here for a couple years, about 4 years, you know what I'm saying, making it do what it do out here. Today we gonna go down to Monroe, Georgia, shoot some footage for the documentary History of East Atlanta down in Monroe, because you know there's a lot of history down there in Monroe, man. You know, that was my kid, mama from Bell, she from down there in Monroe, so you know, throughout all the years of our life, man, we done been back and forth from Atlanta to Monroe, Monroe back to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, doing this, that, and the third. So we got a lot of history down there in Monroe too, so we gonna tighten it up and ride on down to Monroe and catch up with y'all when we get down there. Alright? 1. Live on Main Interior. See this right here? This used to be our woods right here. They done tore all the woods down and put a house right here. But this main interior right here, this will, everybody used to walk down this way. People that stayed on main interior walk down here. They walk to Corn, or they walk to Cream High School, whatever one school they went to. Walk to Checkers or go see me Ann, or go to a Cream Park. All this down that way. But My homeboy Mambu. Mambu doing time in prison. I think they gave Mambu like 11 or 12 years. So he doing like 11 or 12 years right now. And we used to, after school at Corn, go to Mambu house, play in the backyard, you know what I'm saying? Oh wow. I want to say, see this right here? The house right here, they redid it. But this Mambu old house right here. The house right here, do what Mambu stayed there right here. This house right here, didn't look nothing like this right here back in the days. This what Mambu was staying there right here. This house used to be blue. We used to play in the backyard back there. It had like it was a lot of dirt back there back then. Now they got a little grass and growed up back there now. Alright. Grady, I think Grady stayed in their house, either their house over there. Grady stayed in one of these houses. This house right here. This what Auntie done stayed at after they moved from McPherson. Auntie done, I think they moved in that house right there. That was some of the homegirls from the hood. Another little chill spot everybody used to go hang out at, you know what I'm saying? You already know. And all these houses right here, the rest of these houses, all the rest of them the same. Everything else pretty much look the same for right now. That look like they may have done a little work on that house right here. So we'll set it down for right now. Right here always have been here. I think they just painted another color. I don't think it always have been that color right there. This look like it practically brand new or something. They got all type of new stuff going on around here, man. You getting out of the house. The house right here always have been looking like that. But this house right here, these two houses right here, this house right here, this is where my homeboy Quinn stayed at. Him and his brother Sam, their two sisters, and their little brother, and their mom and their daddy. My homeboy Sam got killed at the 559. He got killed right after Curtis got killed. Remember I told y'all about Curtis got killed on Oak Road. Curtis was the first person from East Atlanta that got killed. Then we had Marvin got killed, Ponytail. Then Sam got killed. Sam, he got killed at 559. Somebody accidentally shot him, and he died from the gunshot wound. But there was a lot of good stuff about Sam, man, that I can tell y'all, but we're gonna talk about that later on. In that backyard, we used to ride bikes and scooters and go-karts and all type of stuff in that backyard. That house right here, this is where my homeboy Antardis, Pat, George, Their grandmama and their granddad, all them stayed right here. I think this house right here used to be painted a different color. I can't remember, but it ain't nothing really changed about it. But either Pat or George, one of them doing time in prison right now. I can't remember which one it was. You know, Antarctica, he done been to prison. He got jammed up over there in Edgewood. I think Pat or either George, one of them got jammed up in Edgewood too. One of them in prison, but I don't know which one. But this is where they stayed at when we were young, right here. You see what they doing right here? Whatever they doing to their house right here. Putting grass in the yard, they dug up all the dirt. Got hay in the yard. All that. So we on Main and Terror and Glenwood. Take y'all on through East Atlanta. See all that right there? They done put this pen on their house right here. All the rest of the house still look the same. Right there, that's where Frank Jr. stayed at over there. That house still look the same too. I know everybody remember Frank Jr. Tall, dark skin. Used to be the man back in the day. Right there. That house on the corner right there. That's where Khadijah stayed at. Khadijah and her grandmama stayed right there. We used to go to corn. Khadijah, that's my homegirl, baby mama now. Alright. Alright, we can step down for right here. See that right there? They done redid that whole house right there. All them houses right there still look the same. Right there. They did something to that house right there. Got these houses right here. What's up? All that. What's up, Dad? That house right there, that brick house right there. Red on the end up. That's my partner, old little trap spot right there. You see right here? This is where my boy Michael Hurley, my boy Harold, they've been living here since they were, I don't know how. Them boys probably about this tall, man. They've been living here ever since then. Michael Hurley still stay over here, and Harold still stay over here. They've been staying side by side all these years, man. So they've been living over here over 25, or probably over 30 years in East Atlanta. And they're dead end right here. Some of the little homeboys stayed down there. But there ain't really been too much of that going on down that way, just dead end. So we're gonna walk down here and show y'all Burgess right here on Clifton, then we're gonna wrap that thing on back around. Alright. What's up, Dad?
Y'all doing alright?
What's up, doing a little documentary?
Oh, okay.
East Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
What's up? there. The house ain't never changed. The house right there, they always have been the same. Ain't nothing never changed about those houses right there. They just always kept them up, so they still look good. You know what I'm saying? See these houses right here? They ain't never changed. They just keep them up, so they still look good. Right down the corner right there. My homeboy Big Punkin, man, from 2nd Avenue, man. He from East Lake. He was my next door neighbor in East Lake. Then he moved to 2nd Avenue. He left 2nd Avenue. Then he moved right there. So he been right there ever since then. That church always have been right there. You see this school right here? That's H.O. Berger right there across the street. That's the school we used to go to, man, when we was little. Elementary school. They done shut it down a couple years ago and redid the whole school. It's still H.O. Berger's. They just remodeled it and made it look a little better than what it did. Then you know you got cream all the way down there. Off the bridge or whatever. So that's it for down anyway. We're gonna shut it down right here and go back up this way. Alright. Documentary?
Huh?
Documentary. A documentary.
Documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. On who?
History, East Atlanta.
Okay.
This is about East Atlanta.
Oh, that's good.
You gonna be in there?
Yeah, I'll be in there.
All right. Mandatory. On this corner right here, I think this was our second bus stop right here. I know the first bus stop was down there, so I think this was the second bus stop. I can't remember, it's been so long ago, but I think this was our second bus stop right here. Then the first one was on down here, bottom of the hood. And as you can see, they got some real nice houses around here still. They done redid some of them, repainted them or whatever. A lot of them still look the same. You can see the one that look different and the one that look the same. And my little homegirl from East Lake, they stayed right here. She moved from they put her in a group home, and she moved out the group home, and she moved in right here with her auntie. That's where she stayed at, right? She was from East Lake. My homeboy Jay Corey. Jay Corey stayed in one of these houses over here. I can't remember which one he stayed in. Then we had twins, the girls, you know what I'm saying? They stayed over here. See that right there? Look at it right here. That house right there real neat, man. You should have seen the backyard of that house right here. Yep. Yeah, house right here. This street right here always have been like this. It always have been quiet like this. Except for one house right here in the area right here. My partner mama house right here. She used to sell food and all that type of stuff like that right there. There was this house right here. You might come right here, catch a card game, buy you a plate, you know what I'm saying, a fish plate or a fish burger or anything right here. You know what I'm saying, about 100 cars in the yard. You know, people that you ain't seen in 20 years. You know, you got one of them houses in every hood. People that you ain't seen in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You come to that one house in the hood and you see them. There was this house right here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody from East Atlanta ain't been in that house right here. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Big J too, man. What's up, Big J? Yeah, but that's it for right here. We're gonna shut it on down, then we're gonna walk to the other side, you know what I'm saying? This it right here, man. Corner, May Avenue and Blake. This was the corn bus stop right here. This is where we used to catch the school bus at every morning. Either it was this right here, or it was this one up there. But that's where the first bus stop was. But we gonna I'm finna take y'all and show y'all the first rapper from East Atlanta where they stayed at. They ever had a record deal and they blew up, you know what I'm saying? So they let y'all know East Atlanta been had people with talent, you know what I mean? People that can get money out of music, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks in East Atlanta that ain't even gotta sell dope, you know what I'm saying? They get money other ways. That's just what we do. We sell dope cause we choose to. Just like we make music cause we choose to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm finna show y'all what matter of fact, his name was DJ Lynn, and the name of the group was called Success in Effect. And they just saying, roll it up, my nigga, roll it up. This is where he stayed at. You know what I mean? All these houses around here still look the same, really, man. Everything really changed over here. This house looked like it used to be where the bus stop at was, but I don't know. It wasn't one of these corners. This one or that one, where the first bus stop was at. This looked like it's right here though. See that car right there? See that house right there? That's what that looks really good. Make sure you get the street down and everything. Then up. This is the first side of Van Elps right here. This is the first side of Van Elps. And up here, this is the second side of Van Elps. So we got two sides of Van Elps. The sides all the way down at the bottom of the street down there. And DJ Lynn stay behind the house right here, not this but the next. By Felix and Brian, this is the area where they stayed at too. Them two brothers. They moved out of East Atlanta, man, when we were going to Corn about the 6th grade, and I ain't seen them boys ever since then. You know what I mean? But this is the top of Van Elps, man. That's what DJ Lynn stayed at right there. Back in the early 90s, about 91, 92. The house right here. There's never really been a whole lot going on this street right here, man. It's always been quiet, peaceful, nice residential area. You know what I'm saying? Everything from May on down, that's where everything went on at. Everything from on up that way, that lead down to Flat Shows, down to Kavanaugh, where we used to go down there and play tricks with our life, driving down the hills all fast with no lights on in the dark. 1 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? On down that way, where the barber shop, everybody used to go down there and get their haircut, all the dope boys and shit like that, or whatever. But alright, that's it.
Hey.
Hi.
This right here, this was another area in the neighborhood where a lot of the folks used to hang out at. You might come up here, this was Putain area, where Putain, Tay, all them Putain, you know, Putain in prison right now. Tay, he out here, you know what I'm saying? Yo, one of the spots right here, man. Well, it was one of the last places where I seen me Barbara, man, before me Barbara died, man. She used to be with Russell. You know what I'm saying? Right here, this house right here. This way everybody used to come, kick it, bootleg, you know, get drunk, smoke a little bit, whatever. Stuff like that. And Tatum, they stayed in one of these houses. I think it was their house right here, matter of fact, this blue house right here. They just redid it. And it looked a little different, so I can't really tell. But I think it was their house right here. I ain't sure, or whatever. But get a good look at that house right here, man. This where everybody kicks it at. I think they still kick it right here to this day. You know what I'm saying? All the rest of y'all, they pretty much look the same. Not really anything going on over here. My little partner, man, Ty locked up right now. He doing time in prison for murder. That my brother, he stayed down there. We ain't really gotta walk down there. But that was Ty stayed at down there. My homeboy, he doing a little time right now, man. You know, holding his head up, doing what he gotta do. But that's it for right here, man. Alright.
But let me introduce myself. Hood chick, getting it. Yeah, that's me. Like a fire being lit. I'm hot, I'm the shit. See me, compare me to others, and I can't be fucked with. Bossy, I got my own money. In the streets, I'm well known, cause I stay stunting. And now when niggas talking about they did it, I done it. Cause the check with a connect and flipped about 100. I give impressions of aggression, make the guys wonder. A symbolize a savior, I'm a superwoman. Cutthroat, thoroughbred, bet your money on me. Gucci, tell them why you still miss Atlanta on
Got a micro and a nice clothes. Got a real fat ass and some pretty toes. From the projects, and it's obvious. But the inside of a spot is so marvelous. She miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta. What they call her? Miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta, miss Atlanta.
I make them niggas wonder. I make them niggas think before they speak. They catch their tongues and let me take the driver's seat. Yeah, you heard it right. It's me, Miss Atlanta. My hair stay tight on top of that girl. I got bread to scatter. He like the way I live. He love the way I look. See my crib and he got stuck. You know that ruffles got him hooked. Treat him like a king, but really I'm the one on top of game. Putting it down. Now the niggas from. He say he loves the coochie. Say he like the creep. But once a week could make him want more than he think he see. I'm like the kiss of death. I chase a nigga well. Spinning crazy like he won't blow it to nothing's left.
She got the micro and the nice clothes. Got a real
Yeah. So this is the Y. This is the YMCA. So we used to back then it didn't look like this. They done redid it now. But where once we started swimming at the boys club, you know, we used to go to Memorial Boys Club down by Southside High School. Then we started coming down here, started going swimming down here. They had shut it down for a little while and then they redid it. And once they redid it, this is how it looked, and this is what it came out to be. Right here. It look a lot better than it did at first. So anybody who think they can swim better than me, put your money up. You know what I mean? They added a playground onto it. They got a pool outside now, but back in the day, the pool was on the inside. Everything was done on the inside. Now they got a lot of stuff on the outside, as you can see. Get a whole little view of the new YMCA. This probably been like this about 3 or 4 years, probably about 3 years now. I don't know, probably longer than that though. And then the plaza right here, you know, they had shut the plaza down completely. Now they done reopened it. They done redid a lot of shops and put a lot of stuff over there, a lot of new stuff over there. So a lot of people are still back shopping over there now. Alright, let's walk on down to the park now. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit on that we get to go. We live, Custom Avenue, Boulevard. This is another part, not just the history of East Atlanta, man, just Atlanta period, where a lot of the homeboys and the homegirl, you know, kick it at, trap it, you know what I'm saying, post up it, or whatever. You know, you see Gladstone right here. You know, we had Inglewood, you know what I'm saying. A lot of folk from Inglewood used to click up with the picture from East Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, Tommyville, Four Seasons, Moreland Woods, you know what I'm saying. Everybody family around here, you know. This is the spot where a lot of the boys from Moreland Woods, a lot of the boys from Gladstone, a lot of the homegirls come trap it, do their thing at whatever it is that they choose to do, you know what I'm saying? This is the area right here. This is Gladstone Apartments right here. Across the street, what you're looking at. Across from the Citgo gas station. And if a lot of people, a lot of y'all that know something about Moreland Woods or know something about the Boulevard area period, then you already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But this the area right here. We're gonna take y'all down to Inglewood. You know, they shut Inglewood down. But we're gonna go down there anyway and just look at what's left, which is nothing but land, property. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. But this is the Citgo, little post up spot for the folks in the area over here. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Documentary? Yeah, a documentary. It's mine. Yeah.
We ain't clash, don't wait for you one documentary, yeah. You know, now I do me any big yeah, that way.
That what's up, bruh? Yeah, we live in Gladstone. Doing another part of the documentary. You catch a lot of folk from Inglewood out here. A lot of folk from East Atlanta. A lot of folk from Tommyville. A lot of folk from Four Seasons. You might get a few people from Lila Valley that might come out here. Lila Valley never did really associate with a lot of people, man, that wasn't really from Lila Valley like that. You know what I'm saying? We was affiliated with Lila Valley because of my boy Lil Jane, Baby Jane, that boy Leontay, Smokey, you know what I'm saying? All the folk with history in Lila Valley. And we was from East Lake. So that what that connection was about. It was a strong connection. You know what I mean? So anytime you got people from the project, no matter what project they from, when they come together, it click. You know what I'm saying? It's an automatic click. And it's a strong click. So that's what the East Atlanta and Lila Valley click was about. Rest in peace, my boy Lil Jane. Rest in peace, my boy Leontay. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that boy Noon. Gladstone. This is the park. Inglewood. Everybody used to come kick it at. This is Inglewood now. This was the front part. Now you can see where it is now. All woods, bushes, trees, and birds. All the way down. This is what it look like now. Like I say, everybody from Inglewood, a lot of them in Gladstone now. Some of them probably in Four Seasons. I don't know, you know how they do when they shut the apartment down, man. They start sending folks everywhere. So people all over the world right now from Inglewood. A lot of them on Custom Avenue, an apartment down there. Here's the other side of the park right here. Man, shout out to all my folk, man, from Inglewood. This where my homeboy D-Rock stayed at, man. I remember back in the 90s, me and D-Rock were going to the boys club together. I was staying on Eastside Avenue, and they were staying over here. His mom used to take me home from the boys club every day. Then when she had that blue Cutlass Supreme, and one day somebody broke in the car, bust the window, and stole all her stuff out of it. But they'll wait before he even started rapping, though. But alright, this is it, man. What's happening, bro? This your boy Cain, man, recording live, man. We right here, Inglewood, man, with the old Inglewood. You know, it's a lot of good memories over here. This is where a lot of stuff happened at, man. A lot of my homeboys, a lot of my homegirls stayed over here. A lot of my a couple of my homeboys that rap, they stayed over here. You know what I'm saying? My cousin them stayed over here. Had a couple girls I knew that stayed over here. I used to come kick it with, whatever. But this it, man. As you see, ain't nothing going on out here now. They done shut it down. It's been shut down. I don't know how long it been shut down. But I think everybody from Inglewood, either they live in, some of them live in Gladstone, some of them live in Four Seasons now. I think a couple of them might live down in Trusted Tree, I don't know, but they got people all over the world, man. But we finna just show y'all the little view of how it look now. You know, ain't nothing out here but trees and a lot of bushes. That's about it. So I'm gonna just show y'all, man. Show y'all what y'all can see. That's about it. Alright. As you can see, whole lot of woods now, man. This was the front part of the apartments right here. Driveway, they got it gated up now. You see the gate down now. See the park still over there. The park still clean. I guess people still go over there and do whatever they were doing back then. Some people still use that park. But like I said, that was the front part of the apartments right here. And on up was the middle section. They got this gated off too, as you can see. Ain't nothing out here but land now. But you know what it was back in the days, you know what I'm saying? When the apartment was right there. Like I say, all the homeboys, all the homegirls stayed over there. You know, a lot of good parties went down over there. A lot of money, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy D-Rock stayed over there before he started rapping. You know, me and D-Rock, we went to the boys club together. I stayed in East Atlanta at the time. I stayed on Eastside Avenue. And they stayed right here, him and his mama and his little sister. And that's when his mama, she had the brown Cutlass back then. He wasn't really into the rapping back then. He was just, you know, playing over him. And mom used to take me home from the boy club every day. Back when she had the blue Cutlass, the little Cutlass Sierra. That's the kind of car her mama had back in them days. But this it, man. This the other field right here. People still come here and do whatever it is that they want to do. The apartment's just gone. All the people just gone. But that's it, man. This Inglewood. What's up to all my folk, man, from Inglewood. Rest in peace to all the folk that we lost, man, that stayed out here, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So we in Decatur, live on Glenwood, giving y'all footage of one of the old clubs we used to go to back in the days. Back then it was called, this was called Club Mirage back then. And this is where CC, aka Mr. Goodbar, used to dance at back in the days when he was doing the dancing thing. This is one of the clubs that he danced at back in the days. So he used to let us come up here with him back in the days and see how he used to do everything, how he used to make his little money, whatever. Or just come up here and kick it, you know what I mean? And this is our younger days, man. We were like 16, 17. Some of us could have been probably younger than that, man. I can't remember, it's been so long ago. But this is the old Mirage. And like I say, this was Mr. Goodbar, CC, used to come up here and dance, get that set right, you know what I mean? Back in the days. And we used to come up here and just chill and post up with him and watch him do his thing, or help him if he needed us to do some help or whatever. Club Mirage, Decatur, Glenwood. Yeah. So you know, everybody from Atlanta used to come right. Well, you know, Atlanta, Stone Mountain, Decatur, you know, Athens. People used to come up here from everywhere, man, and come up here and go bowling. So this is where we used to go bowling at back in the day. We used to go bowling right here. Then, you know, they had a little club inside of here too. I think this might have been shut down for a couple years now. Probably about, I want to say, at least 3 to 4 years at the most. I ain't sure. But it's been shut down for a couple years. I do know that. Last time I came here, man, it was a couple years ago. But we had been coming here since we were young. You know what I mean? Going bowling and, you know, the club they had in there, going in there, kicking it up in there, you know. But like I say, people from all throughout Atlanta, man, Stone Mountain, people come from Athens, man, I'm talking about all over the Georgia period, just to come here and go bowling and go to the club and just kick it, man, right here in Decatur, man, Decatur County, right here on County Road, I mean on Glenwood, Columbia Drive, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So yeah, y'all see we live in Peachcrest. You know, we had some people from East Atlanta moved out here back in the I want to say the 2000s. It wasn't in the 90s. You see what they done put this gate. They done put this gate up, but they done start putting the gate up or whatever. I don't know what they think their gate gonna stop, but it don't look no different, man. Everything still look the same out here. You know what I mean? I don't know if a lot of people familiar with these apartments or not, but once a lot of folks from East Atlanta started coming out here and everything, posting up, we turned this into a little chill spot, you know what I mean? Another little chill spot. So this documentary, man, it's about the history of East Atlanta, you know, and it's about me, my life, and all my homeboys from East Atlanta. A lot of my homeboys from East Lake. So it's called the history of East Atlanta, but it's really about just Atlanta, period, man. Because like I say, my history just by itself go throughout the whole Atlanta. You know what I mean? From the north side to the east side to the west side to the south side. You know what I'm saying? On out the Fayetteville, the Peachtree City, to you name it. You know what I'm saying? I done been, and I got history. I done lived like all over Atlanta. I ain't never stayed out of Atlanta, you know what I mean? Out of Georgia, rather. I always have stayed in Georgia. I just always have stayed in different parts of Georgia, you know what I mean? But as you can see, this is how I look out here now. It still look the same, really. Ain't nothing changed about out here. I guess because they got good management, and there ain't really nothing bad ever really just went on out here. You know, when we used to be out here, our building was back there in the back there. on the back side in the cut, you know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all see. Yep. This is how it look. Still look the same. Ain't nothing changed. Still peaceful out here.
I don't think this is very safe. Don't go down this. Don't go down.
What's up, y'all? Hey. See how they look.
Because it's too flimsy. If it's cracked, it's going to fall off.
Alright.
Don't go down there.
So we live on Glenwood in Decatur still. I'm gonna give y'all some footage of the sunset. This is the last place where my mama had worked there before she passed. And Zedra mama, Miss Di. What's up? Doing a little documentary right quick.
They might break the camera.
Oh, well, I'm gonna see. You wanna give it a shot? You wanna say something on the documentary?
Nah. Documentary. Well,
just the area. But I'm filming the sunset right now, right quick though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this the
Get together, man. Doing something in the community.
Give me 1 second, right quick. This is the sunset. This is the last place where my mama worked at before she passed. And like I say, man, that my home, but Zedra mama, she used to work here too. You know, there was a good place, man, to come and get soul food from. Straight soul food. You know what I'm saying? Cooked right out the grill, right out the stove, however you want. You know, that's how they did it anyway. But this was it right here, man. The sunset, Decatur, man, right here on Glenwood. It wasn't there and then you can come here and eat good, man, and leave out that thing right. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go home, go to bed. So little bro said he want to chop it up right quick, man. I'm gonna let y'all see what little bro talking about right quick. What you say, little bro? Let me cut this out right quick. Or did you want to film something?
No, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing in the community.
Well, go ahead. I got you.
You know, we trying to get all these businesses to be ours. Like, if we can get all these businesses like that one right there, I want to try to get the lady that's at that gas station by the Shell to get that store for herself.
Yeah.
So if we get, let's say we own this, we own that, and we own all the businesses, then we can spend the money with each other. Because we don't have a lot of businesses other than the ones like these car washes and these barbershops.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the businesses that we have are the same. So we need to expand into other areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That means when you come out with your documentary, like I got a story.
Yeah.
You will make more money because we got the same system. Meaning, when you spend money at my store and I spend money with you, we both did exchange money.
Where your store at?
My store right there by the BP gas station.
Oh, okay. Well, just give me your number, bro, then we'll chop it up, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'll give y'all a little footage of Dad, man. Y'all see what Dad got going on. I'll give it to you. Dad trying to expand business, man, and
what you doing
and do some business to grow, you know. Alright. Then, you know, of course, everybody know about these spots right here. Right here, at TM Audio. I think it was called something else back in the days. But this is where we used to come buy all our music equipment from. I think they still open, I ain't sure. You know, but this is where we came and got all our speakers and all that type of stuff. For everything that we couldn't steal, or everything that we didn't steal, we came and bought it. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we came to get all our music from, right here in Decatur, right here on Glenwood. Right here in between Columbia Drive or whatever, and the Mirage or whatever. But this was one of the spots we used to come shop at. Like I say, to get stuff that we couldn't steal, we had to come by it or whatever. So this is where we came and bought it from right here. But I think this shop closed down now. It's been a long time ago. This the little stuff that's around here now. Some of this stuff been around here. Hey man, check this. See now we on Swaley Street, right? Swayze Street, 2nd Avenue, East Lake, you know what I'm talking about, all the area right here, right? So I'm gonna just put y'all up on some game, man. Something that a lot of y'all probably wouldn't even never expect it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Man, this ain't even on no pimping, and this right here just some straight dope boy East Lake type of stuff. What I'm finna tell y'all, you know what I'm talking about? So this was my homeboy Marcus stayed there right here, right where he still stayed up. Rest in peace to his white man, Tawana. She just died this year, a couple months ago, matter of fact. She haven't been dead that long. So rest in peace to her. Me and my boy Be Easy, man, we stopped by there and seen, bro, a couple weeks ago or whatever. But let me show y'all some. We on Swayze Street, right? And a lot of folk who ain't familiar with the Swayze Street, I'm gonna let y'all know something that I did. I brought all the homeboys from East Lake and all the homeboys from Swayze Street. I brought them boys together. You know what I mean? Guess who started the trap up there at the liquor store? In the store right there right there across from East Lake. Guess who started that trap right there? Back in 1994. 14 years old, started that trap right there. Me and Tone. And this house right here, I'm finna show y'all this house right here. This the house where Tone auntie stayed at. It was either this house or either that house. Tone auntie, Dink, and his sister stayed right there back in the days. So we used to be over there with them back in the days. So a lot of that East Lake and a lot of that Swayze Street stuff that was going on, I don't want to brought that together, you know what I mean? What's up there, bro? What you got going on? So I brought that right there together. So just getting y'all a little footage of Swayze Street right here for right now. Then I'm gonna take y'all up to where I was telling y'all about where I started the whole trap at right there. At the liquor store and the store right there. And I started that off selling breakdown nicks and dimes or hard back in the days when I was 14 years old. And you know, back then that's when all the Muslims used to be up there, and they had their little Muslim store up there, and it was just a lot going on at the time. But we on Swayze Street, man, live on Swayze Street, giving y'all some footage of Swayze Street. It always have been quiet like this, but a lot that happened on this street right here, you know what I'm saying? By it being on 2nd Avenue and so close to East Lake, you know what I mean? Alright. Everybody remember where that was. at the park. This where a lot of events for East Atlanta, Kirkwood, Edgewood, Second Avenue, East Lake. This is where a lot of people come have their events at. Down here behind Crim. They have a lot of barbecues, you know, family gatherings. Just depending on what they got going on, you know what I mean, what they use their park for. Different events, different occasions or whatever. But we done had a lot of events down here for East Atlanta. For us cookouts. You know, different days that people decide they want to use it for. A lot of people come down here, post up, bring the kids down, let the kids run around, have fun, smoke, drink, whatever it is, you know what I mean? This park stretch a long way. I think we had East Atlanta Day down here one time, I want to say. We done had so much stuff for East Atlanta down here. Ain't no telling what all we done did down here. You know what I mean? We done had that part flooded. I'm talking about from the back to the front. From the bottom to the top, you know what I mean? So there's a good spot to come kick it at for the folk that don't know. Gonna give y'all a little footage of the park, you know what I mean? Let y'all check that thing on out. Giving y'all footage of the playground in the area where all the little kids and everything run around and play it. You know what I mean? All the families come out here with their kids. They go to the pavilion area right there. You know what I'm saying? They keep that thing cleaned up too, man. I ain't never seen that park messed up, for real. Out of all the years we done been coming down here, I ain't never seen that park messed up. You know what I mean? See, I'm more clean all the way from down there. See the basketball court down there. You know what I mean? They must have just put them little yellow things right there, because they weren't right there a couple years ago. But alright, we're going to keep moving on to the next beat. Alright? One. So, this house right here been right here for a minute. But this house right here, it's been a minute since I've seen this house right here. This was the house that my partner got hit in before he did his little time in prison. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, before they hit, bro, I was the last person to see, bro. You know what I mean? And that night before they came in, they had came in about 5 o'clock that morning or whatever, and it was on a night where it was some game. I don't know what game it was, but whatever game it was, bro had them won or whatever. So he was all crunk, feeling good. You know what I mean? He had them won the game, won the little money or whatever. He had them bet up for whatever. And I had them came over here and chopped it up with bro for a minute, and I had left. And when I left, that was around about 12 o'clock that night. So he had scraps in there, weed in there, some salt or whatever he had in there, whatever. But them folk had been watching the spot for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And they gate right there, where they gate at, he used to have that gate open, and that gate lead to the back door, you know what I mean? So you just go around to the back door, go in from the back door, whatever, and whatever, when come back out, ride on down the street, going about your business, you know what I'm saying? So they had them came about 5 o'clock that morning, you know what I'm saying, and they you know how they put the little thing on the burglar bar, snap the burglar bar off, snap the wood door down, go in there and ransack the whole house, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So that's what they did. So when I came the next day to holler at bro, the next morning, I seen that they had them came. And from that day on, man, they had them sent bro on down the road. He ain't see the light for 5 years straight. But now he finally came home, back out doing his thing. So that's just to give y'all a little history of this house right here. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we still on the same street, just at a different house, another spot. You know what I'm saying? Another spot that one of my little partners used to kick it at. He been working, man, this house right here been around for a long time. But I can see they done finally shut it down, you know what I mean? Look like they done try to repaint the inside and do some outside work to it or whatever. But yeah, they done shut that thing down. So this what it look like now. Shout out to my boy JP, man, to my boy Unc, you know what I mean? That's who used to have that little spot right here back in the day. Little kicker spot, little chill spot. You know what I mean? What's up, fellas? Yeah, they done shut that thing completely down. But alright, that's a little history on that house right here, man. As y'all can see, it ain't what it used to be. They done look like they done painted the whole outside. They working on the inside. They got the big dumpster right here where they probably done gutted the house out or whatever, ain't no telling. But that's it. Alright. So, we live on Terry Mill. We at the top of Terry Mill right now. Just giving y'all a little footage, man. First I'm gonna say, rest in peace to Nanny, man. Miss Nanny, man. There's Bo grandmama. Once again, man, they had showed footage of the other house that she stayed in before she moved in this house right here. And this the house that she stayed in before she moved into the apartments that she was living in. Before she got sick and she passed or whatever. This is the house she was living in right here, man. And this house, man, it was just like the house was in East Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It was a family house, like where everybody come to on whatever day of the week you came to the house. She cooked whatever day of the week it was, but like on Sundays was the days where she had family dinners and family gatherings, and you know, the whole yard used to be packed with cars, man, from the driveway to the grass in the yard to the street right here, man, to the curb, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had a lot of love for Nanny, man. I'm talking about everybody, you know. I met Nanny I think what, 1996, going on 97, when me and Lit had first started talking or whatever. And since day one, man, I knew, you know, what kind of heart she had and what kind of person she was, you know what I mean? And she was always a good person, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what was going on, she always had a positive attitude, she never came out of character, you know. You never seen the bad side of her, you know what I mean? So man, rest in peace to me and Nanny, man, you know. And this is footage of the house right here, the last house that she stayed in before she moved into the apartment where she got sick and had to go into the hospital, and where she later passed it, you know what I mean? Alright. So what's up, world? It's your boy Cain checking in, man. History of East Atlanta, you know. Still working on documentary, getting y'all more footage. And right now, we down here in Columbus, Georgia. Down here with Torrey. You know Torrey? He been locked up in prison. No, he been locked up in prison. Next year will be 24 years. He been in prison since he went to jail when he was 13. I think he went to prison by the time he had turned 14 or whatever. So that was in like 93, 94, somewhere up in there or whatever. But he been in ever since then, you know what I mean? He ain't seen no light since then. But you know, I always come down here and visit him on Sundays, or you know, every whatever Sunday out the month. You know, I keep money on his book, you know what I mean? Make sure he's straight in there or whatever. So today we did a good visit, you know what I'm saying? We had a couple issues, man. When I got here, I had to stand outside about 15 minutes because they only allow so many people in the little booth down there at a time. So you had to stand down there in the hot sun and wait till they get those people right there squared in. Then when I get inside the prison, the doors in the prison don't work for the elevators, so they had to come from the visitation room downstairs to upstairs to let me in and take me downstairs. Then I had to wait on some more group of people, another group of people that were coming in, so they can do everything at one time, you know what I'm saying? So that took like 15 minutes, you know what I mean? So all that was on my visitation time, you know what I'm talking about? And I ain't even mad. So then we get in the visitation room, we sit down chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to bro rap his songs or whatever. You know, he be into the music, be rapping and writing and all that too or whatever. So then they come over there and tell him to tell me I can't wear white tees down there no more or whatever. And they say it have to be a shirt with some type of logo on there. You know, but usually when I come down here, I might have on, you know, I might be suited up or whatever. But today, man, it's like 105 degrees down here. Y'all can't see the sun or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's that hot, you know what I mean? Yeah, so one time I came down here, they wouldn't let me in because I had on armor fatigue or whatever. So they made me go back home or whatever, you know. So that was the first time that ever happened. But this time they said, next time just put on a t-shirt with a logo on it, you know what I mean? And that was that. But other than that, man, we was just in there chopping it up by his music, you know, what he want to do when he come home, all of those type of stuff like that, you know what I mean? We just had a good visit, you know. He ate good. I ain't do nothing to drink or whatever, but he ate about 5 chicken sandwiches, ate about 3 bags of chips, drunk 2 or 3 ocean juices, ocean spray, whatever you want to call it, a drink. And we just sat down and chopped it up, you know what I'm saying? So this just footage of the prison right here, man. Let y'all see. It's called Rutgers State Prison, down here in Columbus, Georgia. This the prison side. That's the halfway house side over there. I'm gonna give y'all some footage of that right there after we finish chopping it up. And then they got another part of the prison up there. But basically what he talking about, he want me to put his music on the radio, get his song played on the radio or whatever. First we gotta get it recorded. Then after we get it recorded, he wanna get it on the radio or whatever. So that what his whole conversation was about. Getting all his songs put on the radio, getting all his music done. And I'm telling him, bro, let me do mine first. Let me get my stuff situated. Then I'll work on yours. But he don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? He want me to do his first, then do mine. You know what I'm talking about? But that's a brother for you. That's a big brother for you. But I'm finna give y'all some footage of the prison, man. Let y'all check this thing out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, this the history of East Atlanta. You know, my brother went to prison when he was living in East Atlanta. So all this right here is a part of the history of East Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So I'm finna give y'all a little footage right quick. Then we gonna sit that thing down. Then I gotta go to Noonan and see my sister in Noonan. And then when we leave Noonan, Then we'll chop it back up when we get back to Clay County or Atlanta, west side, east side, south side, wherever I go. I don't know where I'm gonna be at, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep y'all posted, all right? So this just to give y'all a little footage, man, of how everything look as far as this prison, you know what I'm saying? That's the prison part right there. And all this down here, what you see, all that down there, that building down there, that's the halfway house. All that field right there. And I don't know what all that is up there. But this right here where we at, this is, I don't know what this is right here either. But I think it's something dealing with the prison. All this stuff back here deal with the prison, man. So they're just giving y'all a little footage of what's going on around here, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all something that changed about the prison too. Something they did while I was in there. Now, when you come down here, so make sure y'all straight when y'all come down here, man. I mean, that's any prison that y'all go to. Now, they check your name now by fingerprint. They got these little things in there where you stick your finger in there. You stick 2 of your fingers in there and then run your name like that, and they find out if you got a warrant. And if you got a warrant, they say you can't come into prison depending on what the warrant is or whatever. I guess so they're saying if you got like a warrant for murder, armed robbery, kidnapping, rape, or something like that. I don't know if you just can't only come into prison, but I don't know if they might take you to jail. But if you got like a probation warrant or some type of, you know, small warrant, or you got an LTA or something like that, then if that right there come up, then you can't come into prison. You got to go back home. They don't let you on the property. You know what I'm saying? Then another thing they got going on in there now, when you buy whatever you're gonna buy at the vending machines, you gotta open everything and pour out like if you buy some tater chips, you gotta open the tater chips and pour it on a tray and put the bag that the tater chips came in, you gotta put that bag in a trash can. Or if you buy a barbecue sandwich or a hot dog, you gotta open it and put it on the tray and throw the wrapper in the trash can now. So that's how they got everything set up down here now. You can't have nothing that's not see-through or not visible. You can't take it out to the table, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's just in this prison right here or if it's, you know, worldwide, you know what I'm saying, the whole prison system itself. Then now they got it where the inmates can have tablets now and they can do FaceTime and they can have email addresses, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of the same stuff that we got on the outside world, they doing it like that right there as far as on the social network. I ain't sure if not, but I know they can have email addresses. If your name on their visitation list, then you could be on their email address list too. And then they can FaceTime you from the tablet, you know, stuff like that, or whatever, they'll make a long story short. So that's just to give y'all an update on what's going on with the prison system now. You know, for the ones that don't know, they got family members in the prison, you know what I'm saying, that they ain't talked to in a while. You know, check on them, see what's going on, what they got going on new, you know what I'm saying, make sure they're alright, stuff like that, you know, and keep it cool. Alright, your boy Charlie Cain, man. One.
They say I be doing too much.